Making Dragon Link busted was no simple task, especially after the December 2020 ban list. So the true problem with Link Cross wasn't the banning of Destruction Sword. That card was pretty toxic, but Link Cross, losing that card completely changed the way how you had to play Dragon Link. To be honest with you, I kinda think it's for the better. This particular Rokket Dragon Link plays 0 bricks. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you're not gonna see Dragoon, you're not gonna see Phantom Knight, you're not gonna see some really strange combo. What you are gonna see is a very consistent Dragon Link deck. I feel that even if you may not like this Dragon Link deck, maybe you do want to run that extra flair, those potential bricks, that Dragoon or that Phantom Knight engine or whatever you may have it, this particular Dragon Link deck just may be the basis for the entire format of how Dragon Link should be played. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you some awesome Dragon Link combos as well as a spicy deck profile, but let's stop dragging the time and get on in. Alright guys, so before we get into this combo tutorial, I just wanted to let you guys know is if you want to see this deck in action, a live duel with the new Dragon Link, to destroy that like button. Let's try to get this video to 1,000 likes. Also, be sure to post down below in the comment section that you want to see that. And I apologize to my Euro people because I've been making videos late, but I'm pretty sure you guys have forgiven me since we've been doing it every day. Okay guys, so I'm going to be showing you quite the few combos. The very first combo is the most basic combo this deck can do. I'm going to start with just one of my starters, either Black Metal Dragon or Starly Sifrit, and 2 additional cards in hand. You'll be able to go full combo, or as full as combo as this particular hand can get you, but there are so many different variations depending on what you draw in your hand, what else you have, and what else you can play. So I'm going to go ahead and load up our hand and say that we have 2 Imperm, 2 Ash Blossoms, and a Black Metal Dragon. We'll still be able to make a pretty decent board. In this particular situation, we'll normal summon Black Metal for a Link, Striker Dragon. Chain Link 2 is going to be Striker Dragon. Chain Link 1 is going to be Black Metal Dragon. Add Boot Sector Launch and Red Eyes Darkness Metal. Banish Striker Dragon. Summon Red Eyes Darkness Metal. Darkness Metal effect. Special summon Black Metal. And now we'll link off these 2 monsters. Dragoonity Knight Romulus, triggering its effect. Add a Dragon Ravine from your deck to your hand. Activate that Dragon Ravine using its effect, pitching a card from your hand. Send Apsarouter Dragon from your deck to the graveyard, trigger its effect. Add a Rokket Tracer from your deck to your hand. Now the combo line can be completely different if you have extenders, but I'm going to go ahead and activate Boot Sector Launch and then trigger its effect to special summon Rokket Tracer. And now since I have no other extenders, I have to use the effect of Rokket Tracer to destroy Boot Sector Launch. Special summon any Rokket monster to your side of the field. Use both Rokket monsters for links. It's actually 2 link summons that you're going to make. You're going to make LP and Pisty. LP's effect will summon Brotar. Brotar will discard a card from your hand to be able to search. Search the Chaos Dragon Levianeer. Link off the Brotar. Link into Striker Dragon. Here I'm going to banish 3 darks to special summon Chaos Dragon Levianeer. So Apsarouter, Black Metal, and Omni Dragon. Levianeer will rip 1 card out of our opponent's hand. Now I'll use Striker Dragon effect. Add a Rokket monster from my graveyard to my hand. Pisty's effect will now activate. Special summon the other Rokket monster to your side of the field. And now LP and Pisty for a link. Dillingerous Dragon. Rokket Recharger plus Chaos Dragon Levianeer. Quad Barrel Dragon. Quad Barrel Dragon's effect. Discard the Rokket Tracer, target the Dillingerous. Dillingerous gets destroyed. Special summon Rokket Tracer and Rokket Recharger. Because you special summon Rokket monster, special summon that Dillingerous back to your side of the field. Quad Burrow plus the Dillingerous for a link. Link into Unchained Abomination. And then you're going to synchro with Rokket Recharger and Rokket Tracer. Burrow load Savage Dragon. Savage Dragon's effect will equip the Quad Barrel Dragon. This card would be banished. And if there was one thing that I would change, I would actually have used the Striker Dragon beforehand, meaning that my Omni Dragon Brotar would still be in the graveyard. Don't know why I tried to do it the other way. But here we have it. With a 1-card combo, we were able to get Burrow load Savage Dragon and an Unchained Abomination. And the only way that we would particularly be able to only make this combo is if we have cards like hand traps like Infinite Impermanence and Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring in our hand. If there were any other Rokket monster in our hand, we could have special summoned it and used the Romulus and the Rokket Recharger for a link into a Heretic Seal, so the combo could have been even stronger, mainly because Heretic Seal can not only bounce an opponent's card, we can summon a Rokket Tracer to our side of the field, which could destroy the Quad Barrel to be able to summon another Rokket monster from our deck. A monster like Silver Rokket Dragon would have been fun, but it also would trigger the effect of Unchained Abomination being able to destroy a card. So as you can see, at the very bare minimum, the Rokket Dragon Link strategy has still some pretty decent combos. Okay guys, so for combo number 2, there are so many different ways to do this. There's so many variables. I think one of my more favorite variable is Starlight Seyfert, or you can get the Red Eyes card, whichever one. You're just gonna combo off with the other card, as well as either an Apsarouter Dragon, an Omni Dragon Brotar, an additional Rokket, and an additional extender. There are so many ways to do this combo. It will blow your mind, and this combo is really, really strong. I'm gonna start off by normal summoning Starlight Seyfert. Seyfert's effect will add Black Dragon Calypserfant, and then I will banish the Seyfert to special summon Calypserfant. Link off Black Dragon Calypserfant into Striker Dragon, Chainlink 1 Striker Dragon, Chainlink 2 Noctivision Dragon, will special summon, and we'll add Boot Sector Launch from our decks to our hand. I almost forgot, this is gonna be Chainlink 2 and that's Chainlink 3, so we'll use the effect of Black Dragon to get White Dragon from my deck to my hand. Don't forget that, guys. Next, we'll link off Striker Dragon and Noctivision Dragon into the Dragooning Knight Romulus. Chainlink 1 will be Romulus, Chainlink 2 will be Noctivision. So I'm gonna draw a card and search a Dragon Ravine. This is just gonna be another blank card. And then next, I'm going to use Dragon Ravine, using its effect to send Apsarouter Dragon from my deck to the graveyard to send Omni Dragon Brotar. Trigger the effect of Apsarouter. That's gonna add a Rokket Tracer from your deck to your hand. And from here, I'm gonna go ahead and use Boot Sector Launch, activating its ability to special summon that Rokket Tracer to my side of the field. I'll also banish Black Dragon Calypserfant to special summon White Dragon, and instead of going into Guard Dragon LP and Pisty, I'll link both of these cards. Christian Hacklefibrix is actually gonna hit the field, activating its effect. I'm gonna special summon Rokket Synchron from my deck to my side of the field, and this is going to be the last opportunity for my opponent to Nibiru, and this is gonna be the last opportunity for my opponent to Nibiru me. Hypothetically, I didn't really summon any cards on my side of the field that even seemed Nibiruable, and depending on my hand sequence, I would still have 3 cards left. If my opponent does Nibiru me, I can still combo off. But from here, I'm going to use Dragooning Knight Romulus and Christian Hacklefibrix for a link. We're going to summon Apollousa, Bow of the Goddess. Now, it's not the biggest Apollousa, but it's going to be the one that's gonna get us through 2 hand traps. I'll also use Rokket Synchron for a link. Now we're gonna make Guard Dragon LP. Guard Dragon LP's effect will activate. Special summon Black Metal Dragon to your side of the field. Let me actually move this dice to signify that I activated it. Black Metal Dragon for a link into Guard Dragon Pisty and trigger your Black Metal Dragon's effect. We're gonna add the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon from our decks to our hand, and then we're gonna use Pisty's effect to be able to special summon that Omni Dragon Brotar to our side of the field. We'll use the effect of Brotar to pitch a card from our hand to the graveyard. I'm gonna search the Chaos Dragon Levianeer. I keep forgetting that I actually used Pisty's effect. We're gonna go ahead and banish the Pisty to special summon Red Eyes Darkness Metal, and then we'll trigger its effect. Red will special summon Rokket Tracer to our side of the field. And next, I will banish 3 dark monsters, Apsarouter, Black Metal, Noctivision, to special summon Chaos Dragon Levianeer, rip another card out of your opponent's hand. So from here, I'm actually going to banish the Guard Dragon LP, the Chaos Dragon Levianeer, and the Red Eyes Darkness Metal. I'm going to special summon Trishula, the Icy Imprisonment, and use its effect. Now, I can banish a card from my opponent's top of the deck and their extra deck, but more importantly, I'll be able to banish Tempest, Dragon Ruler of the Storms, which will trigger its effect to be able to add Crusadia Draco. I'll special summon Crusadia Draco to my side of the field, and since I have a tuner and non-tuner monsters, I think I'm gonna synchro summon with all of them. I'll synchro summon into Ravenous Crocosaurus, and since I use 2 non-tuners, I'll be able to draw 2 additional cards. And lastly, I'll be able to use Ravenous Crocosaurus and that Trishula into True King of All Calamities. Now, here is the kicker. If I just so happen to have an extender, like a Quick Launch, a World Legacy Guard Dragon, or a Monster Reborn, keep in mind, I've drawn quite a few times in this combo sequence. Odds are I'm gonna have one of them. I can use either of the 3, let's say, for example, Monster Reborn, to bring back my Rokket Tracer. Rokket Tracer effect will destroy Boot Sector Launch. Special summon Rokket Recharger to my side of the field, and then these 2 monsters for another synchro summon. Borreload Savage Dragon is going to hit the field. It will use its effect. I'll equip Christian Hacklefibrix. So again, in this particular combo sequence, we have a 2 Disruption Apollousa Borreload Savage Dragon, which is the Omni Disruption. The Apollousa really is to stop my opponent from Psy-Frame Gear Gammaing me, and True King of All Calamities can be shotgunned in my opponent's standby phase without the worry of Gamma being able to stop me. We also have 4 additional cards, or 3 additional cards if we drew the extra extender, in our hand to be able to play with on our opponent's turn or on our turn respectively. Now there are so many ways to do this combo. Sometimes you can actually end on the Hieratic Seal instead of the Apollousa, and there's just so many different combinations. I think the best way to show you guys how this deck operates is through a live duel. So if you guys want to see that, make sure to destroy that like button and let us know down below in the comment section. Now that I've showed you the minimum combo and I've showed you pretty much a maximum combo, I think you're pretty excited to see the deck profile, so let's jump on in. So for the main board, the starters consist of 3 copies of Starlead Seyfert and 3 copies of Black Metal Dragon. Typically when you deck build and you make a 40 card deck, you want 5 starters, but the reason why I decided to go with 6 is because these cards are also excellent extenders, summoning them to your side of the field as a part of your combos to be able to extend further and get whatever you need. The thing that I do like about Starlead Seyfert is that it's actually the main way for you to get your recovery cards like Chaos Dragon Levianeer back into your hand, or Borreload Savage Dragon back into your extra deck so you can summon. Black Metal Dragon may be useless after its first effect, but seeing it is really important. Next is 3 copies of Chaos Space. This will basically search your black or white dragons, who I consider semi-starters, mainly because you do need to put a light or dark monster in your hand, but basically these cards, all of them allow you to pretty much go full combo with an additional extender, and they're really important to the deck. So that's it for our starters. Moving on to our extenders, this deck, it's Rokket Dragon Link, so there is a ton of extenders. Rokket Tracer is an extender card. By the time you want to use this card's effect, you tend to have the board that you pretty much want. So if you are activating Rokket Tracer's effect, you're probably just going with normal combo instead of super combo in the middle of your combo, and that's why it's considered an extender. I do play 1 Silver Rokket Dragon, 1 Rokket Recharger. I thought long and hard about this because this could have been 2 Rokket Rechargers, but Silver Rokket Dragon can actually come up when you want to destroy with Unchained Abomination. Next is 1 copy of Rokket Synchron. This card is just godly. Just the fact that it can summon itself to bring back Absolouter, get another Rokket card from your deck to your hand, and get you a Borreload Savage Dragon, and it's important for Hockley Fibrix to be able to special summon. And then 2 copies of Absolouter Dragon. A lot of players only play 1 copy, and I think that you can get away with running a bigger Rokket engine inside of this particular build, because seeing multiple Rokket monsters with different names is just going to help you go into full combo. That's more dragon monsters you can summon to your side of the field with your field spell card and Boot Sector Launch. A lot of people don't realize that Boot Sector Launch can summon multiple Rokket monsters from your hand to your side of the field, but seeing this card in your hand as well as a Rokket monster is pretty much full combo, and also having this card in your hand with combo allows you to send it to your hand at the graveyard to send another card to gain its effects. 1 copy of Tempest and 1 copy of Draco. This is pretty new to the Rokket Dragon Link competitive version, but the cool thing is when you make Trish, you can banish the Tempest to summon the Draco, and Tempest is also an amazing extender, and Draco is also an amazing extender on its own. Next, 3 copies of Noctivision Dragon. This is probably the best extender in the entire deck. It allows you to chain block by getting you a draw, and its special summon effect is amazing. 1 copy of Red Eyes Darkness Metal. That's the search with the black metal. 1 copy of Omni Dragon Brotar. This card is nutty because it's a summon and a search. And 1 copy of Chaos Dragon Levianeer. That is it for the extension cards, or the extension monsters. We do run 1 copy of Dragon Ravine, 2 copies of World Legacy Guard Dragon, Run Reborn, 2 Boot Sector Launch, and 3 copies of Quick Launch to sum up the extender cards. I was running the Dragoonity Lance, or the Dragoonity Romulus combo. Basically, you put the Dragoonity Divine Lance on your Romulus, and then you can attach the Phalanx and summon the Phalanx. You don't necessarily need it. Like, it's very interesting that you don't need it in this particular deck, though there are combos where you do require a tuner. That can easily be done. All you have to do is just make Hockley Fibrix. But if you wanted to run the Phalanx combo, just go for it. It's very doable inside of this deck. But that's it for these extenders. For the hand traps, we don't necessarily know what the format is. but Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring is pretty good against everything in the meta currently right now. And Infinite Impermanence is also pretty decent against almost everything in the meta as well. I was running a 46 copy version of this deck with Psyframe Gear Gamma. No, it doesn't mess up the consistency, but we don't know how good Psyframe Gear Gamma is right now. And you can also just take this up to 50 and just run what, you know, the Flanks engine and what else you want to run, or more hand traps. Is just really going to be dependent on the format. But that is all for the main board at 42 cards. This can be 50, this can be 60. It really doesn't change the deck. You just have to play more hand traps, more extenders, or whatnot. Onto the extra deck. Since there are so many combo lines, you have to be prepared for every single combo line in this deck. I think there's only one card that I feel that I'm genuinely missing for this deck, and I'll talk about it. One copy of Apollosa, Bow of the Goddess. You can make this 4 negates. You can make this 2 negates, so you can't negate Nibiru'd. One copy of Unchained Abomination. This card's actually really good, especially when you have Heretic Seal in the Borreload Savage Dragon combo, because Seal can search the Rokket, and then you still get destructions from this card, and it's a free destruction every turn. 1 Spheres, 1 Romulus, 1 Hulk, 1 Dillingerous, 1 Quadbro. I feel like these 2 cards are really underrated in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because they destroy cards on the field. They can be a part of your normal combo or just be a part of your extension combo. 1 Elpie, 1 Pisty. Striker Dragon is a card that I really wanted to play 3 copies of. This is the card that I wish if we had 16 cards I'd play it, because you do run through 2 Striker Dragons quite often. In the follow-up, you know, game, you're probably going to need a Striker Dragon. 1 Calamities, 1 Trishula, 1 Ravenous Croc, and of course 1 Borreload Savage Dragon. That is it for the Rokket Dragon Link deck in 2020, post the December 2020, December 15th, 2020 Forbidden List. I really hope you guys enjoyed this Rokket Dragon Link, and if you guys want to see a live duel, make sure to destroy that like button and let me know down below in the comment section. As always, be sure to check out some of these other videos, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.